welcome to WitchTalk, the show for millennial witches that moves past the echo chamber of discourse and into the real, raw lives of those who practice. Now, without further ado, here's your host, me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WitchTalk and happy Taurus New Moon. I'm so excited today to be sitting with Morgan Garza, who I have known forever. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
So Morgan is an author. She is the CMO of Saged app, which I have worked with in the past, and she is a business consultant. Okay, so let's not leave them hanging. I always start with, what is your sun, moon, rising, and your OG witch inspiration?
Ooh, okay. Sun, moon, rising. I am Taurus sun, Gemini moon, Aquarius rising. And my OG witch inspiration was, of course, the craft, but I think also practical magic, because it was like still in real life and they weren't like this obscure occultist, out of the scene. So I was like, ooh, I can be a witch and that both and vibe right there.
So I'm just going to take a wild guess at who you vibed with most. I'm going to say Sandra Bullock, because her whole apothecary vibe is so Taurus, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, I want to be all in those smells. I want everything on me. I want to be creating that, but I also like want to be her.
See, on the other hand, I was way more Nicole Kidman, just like a complete firecracker.
Scorpio. I don't know if she was a Scorpio in that movie, but she should have.
They definitely had the sister sign vibe. I have a scorpion on my wrist and she had that snake. I was like, same. The first time we worked together, like way back in the day, you had created an online business with a partner, but you had said that you created it because you felt like there was a need for it that was away from like all those old Angel Fire websites. So when I think of I literally always think of you because it was such a moment in time.
It really was.
I remember once I was at a friend's house. We would go and try to do the spells, and like if we just didn't like a girl at school, we'd like try to hex her using those like it's like the black background, like the red text, but it was Times New Roman.
Gifts blinking.
That's exactly it. And like, oh boy, have we ascended as a culture in social media from that.
Oh yeah, by like coding our MySpace websites, and now here we are running full-on businesses.
I swear, millennial witches, like we knew how to code. I had this app, it was called Pimp Your Page. So it like taught you how to, do you remember that?
Yes.
It was so fabulous. So you're obviously a Taurus sun. Where does that fall in your chart?
Fourth house.
Love that. That must feel comfy there.
It does. Yeah. As much as I like love to travel and be out and I'm a social butterfly and want to, meet people and do things, I'm also like so happy to cancel plans and stay home. So I feel like a little Cancerian in that vibe because I do have Taurus in the fourth house, but I'm a nester for sure. And this has only like been in my 30s that I'm a nester. And also like, thank you 2020 for just catapulting me into my sweatpants lifestyle much sooner.
This is exactly how I feel because 2020 brought me matching pajama sets, and that's all I've been wearing for the past 2.5 years.
So cute. I never looked so cute on the couch.
Exactly. I'm living my best life and I'm not spending money. I literally just love being home.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I'm also noticing all of the plant life in your background, which is very Taurus showing up in the fourth house.
It is. And this is just a fraction. We have like 40 plants in our house. It's a lot, but it's amazing. And my whole bath is covered in vines and plants too. So it's so luxurious. I'm like, give me all of the pleasurable things, please.
You and I know each other in a business capacity. So I would feel like Taurus in the fourth is like great for foundation building.
Yeah, that's what I focus on so much too. I'm always like, I need to come back to the foundation. And that's what I tell my clients all the time. Like, let's lay the foundation and then we'll build up. But if that's not there, it ain't gonna happen. So I do really focus on, just that foundational piece and having the core solid, the pillars or whatever is holding everything up. I really love to focus on that in my own life, in my personal life, in my relationships, and in everything. It's a theme that definitely comes through a lot. I never thought about that though. I was like, I just like this. It's important.
I'm all about making these connections. How do you feel that Taurus really shows up the most in you?
I've been thinking about that a lot recently, actually, because now that I've been more nesty and, more just like in my bubble and in my home and with my relationships, I realized that the Taurus aspect of me is like the core. It's what I make my decisions from. It's my truth. It's my authenticity. It's not these like flashing things that are like, yes, that's fun. And that sounds great. And my like Gemini moon, I also have my Venus in Gemini. So there's a lot of holding two beliefs very firmly at once. But I think the Taurus aspect of me really keeps me grounded. It's just my core and what I make decisions from. It might not be my most like expressive part of myself, but it's my internal world for sure.
I really like that too, because we see like the fire and air, like combustible support of those elements, and then, the polarity of earth and water. But you're earth and air, which is like batty business. I mean, this is all like intellect. I love to see people's charts, especially when I know them on a professional capacity, because I'm like, it was written in the stars.
Yeah. And I've had astrologers tell me that, like, it's inevitable, like whatever that you want to do, wherever you want to go, however it's going to play out, it's inevitable. So you have to do is like keep your head straight, keep your focus, in vision and be really clear and authentic and in integrity with everything that I do. And then it's just gonna flow, which has been my experience. So great. Thank you, astrology.
Yeah, we love that. Thank you for raining abundance down on me, literally.
Literally, like in my lap. I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize I wanted that, or I thought about it once, and here it is in like full capacity.
I guess it's interesting because when I started this talk show, I was like, okay, we'll do it on the new and full moons just because it gives me time to edit and create and do all that stuff. I didn't realize it was such a no-brainer that we're working with polarities here. We did the Aries Libra, and I'm like, wow, why am I just so talking about dating right now? And it's because it's the self versus relationships. Exactly.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, obviously, well, that's the theme. How am I going to show up for me and also, in my partnerships? But with the Taurus Scorpio polarity, we've moved on from relationship of independence versus merging, because Scorpio's very like
merge. Yeah,
merge.
and I'm very much like not enough space. Give me room.
Right. It's give me room to build my empire. But we're still out doing this thing, still out doing it. I know we're recording this farther in advance, but have you pre-planned anything for the Taurus New Moon?
So I've been working a lot on my business. So working with Saged as the CMO, as a regular teacher, and so many other things has been really great. And I love it, but I'm missing my own spice for my own business. So what I've been thinking a lot about recently and what's been coming up and opportunities come to me is to rebuild what I've got going on a personal level, start working on my second book, which is going to be on shadow work for all you Scorpios out there. And yeah, just kind of like reframe where my time is going in terms of what's going out and what's coming back in.
I love that because it's filling your cup.
It's making my creative endeavors valuable and making space for things that matter to me, and not just being like, yeah, I can do all of these things for all of these other people, my clients, for Saged and stuff. Like, I want to do stuff for me that makes me feel really good in my career and my professional life, and not only be Morgan for other people.
That's been a big theme for me lately too. It's also a great message for your solar return, returning to self.
Totally. Yeah. And I never really, I absolutely don't believe in New Year, January 1st at all. So I'm like, sure, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Doesn't matter. But when March comes along and we have the equinox and Aries season, I'm like, all right, I'm starting to get there. And because my solar return is pretty soon after, I really don't feel renewed until my birthday. And then after that, I'm like, all right, y'all, like, this is a new year. I'm about to show up. I'm about to fuck shit up. Like, watch out. And then all of this old shit is getting moved out. And while I'm like watching it on the driveway and the moving trucks are rolling up, and I'm like, oh my God, like proverbial shit.
In the same way, and I don't know if it's just me being like a depressive Scorpio, but whoever put January 1st as the start of the calendar is, to me, demonic. Like, really, it is the coldest it's ever been. We're like hungover from the holidays. Like, it's the worst time to start anything good for yourself. But once those birds start chirping in Aries season, I'm like, hey.
Oh my God. The other morning I woke up really early. I couldn't sleep, and I just went outside and stood there and watched these like beautiful pink filamenty clouds, like neon wisps in the sky, come come about with the sunrise, and I heard birds and I was like, what? Like, I live in Denver, so we have like proper seasons, and it was amazing. And I was like, oh, life. Like, I took this big breath, like, okay, it's happening. I always have this existential dread in winter that like summer's never going to come. It's not going to be spring. I'm going to be stuck in this forever. I'm always going to be wearing sweaters. I'm fucking frigid. I'm over it. And I'm like, it's going to be like this forever. And then birds, and I'm like, okay, all right, I got this.
Oh my God, I literally couldn't relate more. I'm just like melting until the sun comes out. And then I'm like, oh my God, renewal. Aries' season is great for me because it transits my 6th house. So I'm just like taking care of business, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
And then very Venusian Taurus going into the relationship house. I'm like, all right.
I was in the darkness with Pisces season with all of us, right? You're in the depths. And then the lights came on and I was like, oh shit. Like, look at all of these things around. And usually Aries season, I'm excited, I'm vibrant, I have a lot of energy. This Aries season is very different. I'm just doing a lot of inner work, a lot of work with my relationships, which of course this moon, but it's been not as fun of an Aries season as it usually is, but it's necessary. And I'm happy that I'm illuminating, or that the universe is illuminating everything that needs to be seen so that I can move forward and take these steps that I want to, and really just accept the shit that's in front of me, you know, because like it's so easy to hide stuff in the dark. You're like, I'm gonna put this in that dark corner. Pisces is like, how about this trench over here? Like, dump all that shit over here. I'm like, cool, thanks. Like, back the dump truck up. And now all the lights came on and I'm like in the shallows, like up to my knees, and I'm like, okay, I can't hide anymore.
Numerology has come into my purview as of late. So I feel like it was divine to know that I was in a year 9, because I'm like, okay, well, everything is ending. It all feels very chaotic. And yet somehow I'm chilling because I'm accepting it. Like, it's that end of the cycle type thing, which we then experience every single year as well. Like when the sun's in our 12th house. So really can never hide from your shadow.
No, never. And I'm in a year 3, so it's building, it's boss year, it's getting shit done, it's the foundation. And I'm like, all right, well, I am breaking down everything that does not align with this foundation so I can get it out and relay the concrete, which is so funny because there's massive construction going on across the street. And I'm like, get that foundation, guys. Like, it's real important.
You're just like, that's my visual affirmation for the day. So we're going to take a really quick break and then going to come back with more Taurus topics. So you ready to get to some messages? All right, cool. We'll be right back.
Do you like crystals? Do you like to them? Well, if you're anything like this, Triple Scorpio, your answers are yes and hell yes. And that's why I'm here to talk to you about Shock Rubs, the world's first crystal sex toy company. Shock Rubs has a variety of product types and healing styles, and they are non-porous and non-toxic, so you can feel free to insert without worry, just like me. So head on over to shockrubs.com and enter code WitchyWisdom for 15% off of your order. Happy healing! Do you like to smoke weed? I know I do, but I also don't like to leave the comfort of my home. That's why Witchy Wisdoms and WitchTalk has partnered with ease.com, so you can place your order directly from the comfort of your couch and receive it within the hour. Ease has daily promos and a variety of strain selection, so you're never going to get bored with what they have to offer. And if you live in my hometown of Los Angeles or anywhere else in the California or Michigan area, you can download Ease today and start getting delivery. Use the link down below and start ordering today.
All right, everyone, and we're back. We're talking about Taurus topics, and I have a whole slew of them that I'm very excited to get to. I have been sharing on my Instagram that I've been watching all of my Scammy Lady shows. So The Dropout with Amanda Seyfried, the Anna Delvey, Anna Sorokin. Have you seen any of these shows?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think they're really wonderful. It's a little feminist because these people have conned like so much money out of some of the wealthiest white man billionaires. And like, yeah, you know, what they did is wrong, but it's also kind of like, damn girl, get it,
girl.
you know? So if you're not familiar, Inventing Anna, which is on Netflix, Honestly, okay, Taurus fucking vibes is all I'm gonna say. For anybody that doesn't know and isn't familiar, Anna Sorokin, that's how she was born. She's born in Russia. She basically cosplayed as a German heiress named Anna Delvey and scammed her way into the highest of high hotels, yachts, private jets, scammed billionaires to give her a bunch of money. She ended up getting arrested for wire transfer fraud, but giving her a bunch of money to build like the next Soho house. She was very highfalutin, and basically the way that she did it was just by talking down to people and talking shit and being like, "You're so basic, you're so basic. We needed exclusive VIP."
Here's all the money.
Essentially, she just basically was rude to people, and they gave her shit. And I'm like, that is queen bitch energy. So I had to look up her chart, obviously, right? Her and Elizabeth Holmes, who's in The Dropout, are both Aquarius. But I had a sneaking suspicion there was something else going on with Anna Delvey. And she's a Taurus moon.
Huh.
She wanted the finer things. If you watch more of the show, you'll see like the stuff she was able to just manifest into existence. So, in honor of my favorite scammy lady, I would love for you to tell me, like, design your dream vacation. Where are you going? Where are you staying? What are you doing?
I'm leaving on a private jet, most certainly, to my private yacht in the Mediterranean. I'll likely fly into somewhere in Italy, maybe in the Cinque Terre coast, like on the west coast, and then just cruise around, go to Croatia, and have everything taken care of on the yacht. I know that I'm an earth sign, but like there's something about a yacht that is just like primo in terms of material goods and lavishness and just like unnecessary luxury. Like I wanted to have a helicopter pad. I want jet skis. I want all that shit. I want like 75 bikinis, or I want to just be naked. And all the food, daily sushi, fresh fish, steaks, mashed potatoes galore, sex, swimming in money, like a bed just covered in money that I'm like,
Oh my God. I love it.
yeah. And then maybe like someone comes and brings all my friends in another boat, and then we have like a yacht party, and there's a sick DJ.
I'm so glad I asked this question because I knew I was going to get a kick-ass answer from you, and you fucking delivered. Like, literally.
Yeah. That's where I would teleport to right now if I could.
Ticked literally every single box. Like, no detail was left.
I'm like fine art hanging on the walls. Like, let's like tourist this the fuck out.
Yes, I love it. I was recently telling my family that I need to find someone who has a yacht. I mean, I live in New York. There's a yacht harbor right there. Where I gotta like figure out.
Where are these people? You should just
where
go hang
are
out
they?
and be like, hi, like lean really sultrily against the dock.
Turn on my Scorpio charm, like, hello.
Or just talk shit to everybody and see what happens. I don't know.
Honestly, like one day I just want to throw on an obscure European accent and see how far I get.
Try it.
Lately, I have been hosting my own spotter day where I stay at home and I take a bath. I do like my own, I have this like microdermabrasion tool. I do like a pore sucking thing. I have a self massager and I really get in my knots and stuff and really just like fully pamper. And I've been trying to do it every Saturday because it just refreshes me. So in that vein, how do you like to pamper? What's your favorite?
Baths are number one. I took a bath last night for like an hour and a half. I think baths are my go-to. I seem to keep talking about water as my desires, which is very interesting. That coupled with like breathing or a meditation or something guided where I can tap out and of trying to lead my own shit, because like as leaders, you know, we are always leading other people through stuff, but it's really nice to be led and to not just be like, I'm just going to sit here and meditate. Like, take me through an experience. You know, I'm tired of doing this for everybody all day. That's like high powered people become, you know, subs in sexual situations and whatever.
I want to talk about like specific meal. Let's say somebody is taking you out on a first date.
Okay.
What would be the meal or the ambiance, or like, you know, describe it, that would be like, okay, this is going to get a second date?
Okay, so I have and this is my Gemini moon speaking more than my Taurus sun. I have two very strong desires that I feel equally about. One is Mexican food, tequila, a little like taco situation, appetizers, chips and salsa, spicy stuff, frisky. And the other side is like red wine, meat and cheese platter, charcuterie everywhere, little bites, and pasta, and then like a limoncello or something tart at the end. I mean, I also won't turn down a 2 a.m. trip to Taco Bell though. So, you know.
So again, I'm just gonna say I'm in a personal year 9, so do not judge me. But for those of you that have seen, I'm going through a breakup now. My family was all in town when it was all happening, and it was just stressful. So within that week, I ordered Domino's twice, and I had the biggest Taco Bell meal I've ever had, all in one week. And listen, sometimes you just got to do it. We got to live Moss. How about if you're going out with friends? Like, what's your go-to spot?
I feel like tapas or like small bites is my favorite because then you don't worry about who got what and you're not switching all these things and you just like all come together and then it's more collaborative and you're sharing things and you're talking about how good that thing was and how good the other one was. And so yeah, I love the Spanish style tapas and like the small bites for sharing.
I'm exactly the same way. Most of my friends actually delegate to me because I like to choose the best food, I'll be honest. And I'm just going to pat myself on the back real quick. And I'm not friends with picky eaters.
No. You eat it all or you don't come.
Exactly.
I'm lactose intolerant and I will crush cheese because I need it.
Final meal. Something you're eating home alone. You have no energy at all. You are in bed, you're binge watching your favorite show. What are you eating?
Pasta.
Yes.
Hands down pasta. If I have one of those packs of like loaded instant mashed potatoes, just that, like no sides, no fancies. Pasta, the biggest bowl of pasta that I can possibly find is my number one, or like a bowl of cereal if I'm not too hungry, but usually I am because I'm usually high if I'm home alone on the couch watching something.
Hit me. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to play a brand new game called The Price is Bite. We'll be right back.
Did you know I was a triple Scorpio? If not, you've probably never heard of me or you've been living under a rock for the past 32 years. But now, I'll never have to worry about who I need to brag to again because of my beautiful print from Oracle's Haven. Oracle's Haven is an online witchy retailer that has incredibly beautiful products, like this print and my favorite robe. You can get 15% off of your entire order today at theoracleshaven.com if you use code WITCHY. Tell them I sent you. Are you depressed with no astrological weather to blame it on? Are you anxious and it's up your spell work? Do you just plain feel like you're spinning out of control? It's not your fault. Even witches deal with mental health issues. And that's why I'm offering a free week to BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp is an online counseling platform that provides text, call, and video chat so you can meet with your counselors and discuss your problems daily, weekly, or whenever you feel like you need to. And if you struggle with depression like your favorite triple Scorpio, that's a lot. So go easy on yourself and sign up for a free week today at betterhelp.com/witchy.
All right, everybody, and welcome back. We are going to play a brand new game called The Price is Right. In this game, I am going to describe to you some of the world's most expensive foods, and you have to guess about how much it is. I'll give you 3 tries, and I'll tell you higher or lower. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
Fabulous.
Serve it up. Serve it up.
Serve it up. All right. The price is right. So the first one we're starting with is the $1 billion popcorn. So the ingredients of this popcorn are handmade caramel, 23 karat gold flakes, and Laso salt, which is apparently very, very hard to find and expensive. How much do you think the $1 billion popcorn is for 6.5 gallons? That's how they sell it in a big drum.
Okay, so it's like that drum that you get that you don't want from your grandma for Christmas. Okay, well, it's confusing because it's called $1 billion popcorn, but I feel like it wouldn't be $1 billion. Maybe that's just more for persona. So a 6.5 gallon drum is $150,000.
Lower.
Lower. Okay. $75,000.
Lower.
Lower. Okay, I'm just blasting it out here.
Yeah.
$10,000.
It was closer. It was $2,500 for this 6.5 gallon popcorn. But
Well, the
honestly,
gold, I was
like,
thinking, like, that's got to be a lot of gold in there too. Like, that's pricey.
it is. But now, so I'm glad we started with this one because now you'll have a frame of reference because
Yeah.
there's a lot of gold flakes in these. I'll tell you that much. All right. So this one's right up your alley. And honestly, when I was reading this, I'm like, decadence. So you ready for the next one? All right. So these are the Gran Velas tacos. You can find them at the Gran Velas Los Cabos Resort, the Frida's restaurant there. So what is in these tacos? Kobe beef, Almas beluga caviar, black truffle brie, gold flake infused corn tortilla. And it comes with a side of salsa that has morita chili peppers, a lay 0.925 ultra premium añejo tequila, and topped with civet coffee beans.
Ooh, so this is
I know.
And then the tequila, I mean, there's some pricey tequila out there. So are we talking like a standard 3 taco plate?
I believe it's 2 tacos.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go $1,750.
Higher.
Okay. Damn. The gold. I think it's the gold, or maybe it's the tequila. Okay, let's do $3,000.
Higher.
This one, $5,000.
25,000.
No, for 2 fucking tacos.
How much was your first car? Mine was 1,000 cash.
My parents gave me their old Volvo.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Ready.
Okay. This is the Louis XIII pizza. And you can find this in Salerno, Italy. But it is prepped with a dough that takes 72 hours to rise and then needs to set for a really long time. There are 3 types of caviar that top this pizza. There's the Osetra Royale Prestige, the Caspia Osetra Royale Classic from the Iranian coast, and the Caspia Beluga. They import Norwegian lobster, and there are 7 types of cheese. How much do we think?
One pizza. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff on there. I'm worried that the pizza is soggy now. I'm thinking about the crust. Okay. I'm gonna go 7,500.
Higher.
Ooh, $10,000.
Higher.
All right, let's blast it. $30,000.
It was 12,000. You were so close. I was like, So I was like, should I tell her a scooch or should I just let her go for it?
No, I blasted it out.
This is just play money at this point. It doesn't even make monetary sense to me. So it's just like, whatever, throw a number out.
Right.
The Golden Opulence Sundae.
Ooh.
So I think this one's going to throw you off too, but let's get into it. All right. So there's a 48-hour lead time. So you have to order this 2 days before because there's so much prep that's going in. But we have 3 scoops of Tahitian vanilla ice cream, 23 karat gold leaf, almonds and caviar, and a sugar forged orchid that takes 8 hours to build. It's served in a baccarat crystal goblet with an 18 karat gold spoon. And the cone comes with gelato, caramelized pecans, white chocolate truffles, raspberry macaroon, fruit-filled pipettes, edible diamonds, and gold leaf.
So much gold, so much opulence. Diamonds, caviar. Ooh, I love the sweet and salty situation happening there. Okay, so this is ice cream. I'm gonna go. Oh God, there's so many things because it's like it's one sundae, but I mean people are paying 12 grand for pizza, so I'm gonna go 2,500.
Lower.
Lower.
Mhm.
Okay.
I knew this one would
11.
throw you for a loop.
Yeah. What about 1,100?
I'm gonna give that one to you actually because it's $1,000, and that's like pretty much on the money. So woo! Okay, so this is the last one, and honestly, like this was my jaw dropped when I was writing the note card for this. So I'm really excited to end on this one. So this is the Fortress Stilt Fisherman Indulgence. That is the title. Available at the Fortress Resort and Spa in Galle, Sri Lanka. So this is what it is. A handmade stilt fisherman that's entirely made out of chocolate. The base is Italian cassata that's flavored with Bailey's Irish cream. It has a mango and pomegranate compote and a champagne sabayon sauce topped with gold leaf. But here is the kicker. It has an 80-carat aquamarine that's sitting on this stilt with the fisherman. And it has a handmade studio flared glass cutlery.
This is not a life-size fisherman.
I would say it's about from here to here on the table. So yeah, it fits on the table. It's not life size. It's this size, I would say.
It's a dessert. It's a dish. Okay. Okay, if your jaw dropped, this is real deal. I love how I said $150,000 popcorn, and now I'm like, could it be? Could it be? In Sri Lanka, I want to say 15 grand.
$14,500. Woo!
That's such a good one to end on.
When I saw the 80-carat aquamarine, they just like straight up put a gem on your dessert. I'm like,
You like just get to take home with you?
You paid for it.
Happy meal? It's a happy meal. I'm taking it.
Oh my God. It's your Happy Meal toy. Oh, if only. Okay, well, thank you so much for playing The Price is Right. Now, we're about to end. I would absolutely love if you could just share where everybody can find you so they can come and connect with you.
Yes, please. Everything is going to be on my website, morgangarza.com, and you can find me on Instagram at mogarz. That's MOGARZ. And that's it. That's me.
And we should also go follow the Saged app, right?
Yeah, Saged app on Instagram, and then sagedshop.com is where you'll find all the magic. Download the app, look at the live classes. We also have monthly ritual boxes, which I'm about to record today. So yeah, we have a lot of amazing things going on, and I couldn't be happier working with this amazing company. It's been a dream. So check it out. The app is free. You can do tons of free shit in there. You pay for live classes, but there's so much that you can do to just help you get on track daily with your spirituality and your practice, and keep yourself sane out there. It's a wild world, kids.
Yeah, well, and they can find your personal classes there too, right?
Yeah, I have a bunch of classes on there as well, a bunch of courses, so I'm all over.
Yay! Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. This was so fun, and I don't know, I love hanging out with you whenever we get the chance.
Yeah, me too, Sean. This was so much fun. Thank you for inviting me. I can't wait to see it, and happy Taurus New Moon, y'all.
Yes, happy Taurus New Moon, everybody, and we will see you next time on the Scorpio Full Moon. Bye!